edition of We Don't Catch Am. You know how they do it for this program. If you suspect say your man or your woman they play ball outside, this is the program to come. For today's edition, one special woman, fine girl, fine anyhow. They suspect say her man they shop up on outside. The one like a goosey soup. Instead of him to choose a goosey or bono, he they mix the two together. As a matter of fact, if I say this man they mix 3 different kind of soup together. So now today we will know. Say I with the cry, they see road. Come with me, make we go bust down. More than 4 women. Can't give one belly, promise another one marriage.
Paul was out yesterday.
What do you get to talk for this matter?
Couldn't do a video.
Not to know.
But we're about to turn it down.
These women, they say
we wait for a few more people to come in.
I will come still see you for a call with another one. You want to you
that was Jeremy, right? Jeremy, right? Gotta have my music, y'all.
The 4 of them.
It's about to come back. It's about to come back, y'all.
You know them.
If y'all can see the video we're watching, it's funny. There we go. All right, y'all. See, I don't want to just get on the videos and start, talking. If you look at all the YouTube videos, everybody's all serious. You know what I mean? And they ain't having fun. Life is about having fun too. You know what I mean? You could have fun, bug out and, dance, laugh, smile. With all that's going on around the world, we need to have a little bit of fun. Don't y'all agree? You know what I mean? Every day,
yes.
Things going on. Alafia, my sister. Alafia. My language, we say, bon dia. Okay? Bon dia, mo di usta. Okay? That's my tribal tongue. Anyway, family, those who was looking for us, power was out. You know, tree down the street I think it was about a half a mile down, fell on the power lines, knocked out all the power on this side of the street.
And then another half a mile fell on another power line.
Another half power line. But you know, our family of trees are standing guard around our house. Not one fell down. You know what I mean? So we're saying that. It's all good. And I want to talk about that, but I'm not going to talk about that until after, because let me tell y'all something. The lights being out for 2 days was mine peace, okay? It was mind peace. Peace for your mind. No cell phones, no TVs. You know what I mean? It was total quiet. Anyway, we'll talk about it in a minute.
It was all... It was too quiet for me.
Too quiet for him. That's why his mind is crazy now. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we just need a peace of mind. You know? So, let's get on. Now, somebody hit me up earlier and asked me, was on one of the YouTube videos, and asked me about
the kid in Chicago.
The young lady that was found in the freezer in Chicago. I didn't hear nothing about it. Unfortunately, our phones was out. We wasn't getting service. So they was going in and out, so I wasn't keeping up with the news. But before we got on this video, I went and looked at a few videos and, you know, peeped a few things that people were saying, okay? Now, one of the things is, let's ask the ancestors to rise this child's energy, spirit up to peace, okay? And take her up. Ashe on that, Toimu on that, okay? Now, we're saying that what we want to do is we want to spiritually see what happened. Everybody's going with the videos. Everybody's looking at what they was doing, chilling in the room. And according to the story, the mother's saying that they've been changing up their story, and nobody knows what happened to her, which is a whole bunch of bullshit. Okay?
Yeah, and the friends are changing up the story. The police say they don't know what happened. They got a camera right in front of the freezer. And the police say they can't get the video footage on what happened.
Now, you know, see, family, this is why I say it's important for Africans in America to come back to their African culture, okay? At the end of the day, first of all, what Spirit showed me when I looked into it briefly is that these friends know what happened. And what I seen is one of the people that I seen, they said one of the girls worked at a hotel. I picked up a very, like, she was chubby girl, younger girl, maybe in her early 20s, maybe 22, 23, that worked at the hotel. Now, what I seen is that they set this young lady up, okay? They set her up. I'm going to tell you all what Spirit is showing me. Spirit is showing me they said she got really drunk. But what happened is they're not telling the story, because whatever they were drinking and getting high off of is what actually stopped this girl from breathing, and they all panicked and put her body inside of that freezer, okay? And nobody's telling the story because they don't know what to do, because they all scared because they was drinking. Not only that, I see that they were dealing, I don't know if it was some type of pills they were taking while they were smoking weed or drinking, but Spirit has shown me they were all having a good old time in that room. Young kids doing what they do. There's no justification, okay, for what happened to this young lady. And I don't blame her mother for being upset, because this is why you should know your spiritual work, so you can actually have spirits reveal who's lying and who's telling the truth. This is why y'all need your spiritual work. However...
And you can get justice if the police don't give it to you.
That's right. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, however, what we need to understand, I see there was weed, alcohol, and pills involved in this.
What kind
and this young girl... According to what she said, weighed 100 pounds soaking wet. Okay? Now, what I'm seeing is they panicked. That girl passed out. What Spirit has shown me is that girl passed out. Okay? And somebody knows how she got into that freezer, because they all got scared and they didn't want to get in trouble and go to jail. So they put her in the freezer. That's what Spirit is showing me. Anybody else see something different, come with it. Okay? It's sad. It's sad. I mean, you know, 19 years old, I guess, you know, a lot of parents feel like that's, you know, they're over age. They can do what they want to do. But let me tell y'all folks something. I got daughters 28, 27, 23, and a son 20. I know where they're at this age now. where you at, where you gonna be at. You hear what I'm saying? Where you gonna be at? And guess what? Even when I go out, my daughter, look, this is where I'm at, you know where I'm at. And it's not because you trying to check on your children, but it's because, you know, if anything go down, you always want to be alert. This is why I'm over here at the store. This is where I'm at. This is where, you know what I mean? It's not about, you know, well, they grown. They can do what they want to do. Hell no. Some of your parents better stop that bullshit. Y'all better stop that bullshit, because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? You really care about your children. We live in such a corrupt, negative world that we have to start, you know, caring a little bit more about each other, which we don't. And I don't like it. I don't like what I see. You know, I deal with the young kids all the time, y'all. I've been dealing with them for over 20 years. And let me tell you all something. I actually, you know, am a community activist. I've been out there with the youth, inner city, urban youth, to the college youth, okay? And let me tell you all something. I don't care what nobody say. When you have a child, you ain't supposed to kick them to the curb because they grown. I don't give a goddamn what y'all saying, how y'all put it. They still need guidance. At the age of my daughters, my oldest daughters are, I still give them guidance. They still need guidance. You know what I mean? So I don't care what you say. They ain't just grown and let them do what the hell they want to do. And if they get out of order, I check them any goddamn way. I don't know if it's an African thing, but let me tell y'all, my grandmother, my grandmother's mother did not play with my aunts. My grandmother used to tell me a story that she would go into the club, into the bar, and get them out, and they was in their 20s. So I must have her spirit that came back, because my grandmother said she came in up there and went to the bar because my grandmother couldn't speak English, right? She couldn't speak English. She only spoke African tongue. So she go in and say, don't give them no more to drink, and drag them out of the club, and they was in their 20s, okay? And my grandmother used to tell me stories about her mother, you know, and everybody thinks I'm her spirit that came back, because see, with my daughters, I'm the same way. Now they're older, I don't go in the club and do all of that, but the point is, let me know where the hell you at, because if anything go down, I know the last place you was at, okay? Now, that's not to say her mother, because from what I heard, they called her. I think her sister was the one who heard from her last at 1:30 that morning. And then her mother, the next afternoon, Saturday, it was 1 o'clock when they actually put out a missing report for her.
No, they was trying to put out a missing report.
They was trying to put out a missing report for her. Now, you know, I'm going to tell you all like this. I don't know the whole story. According to what the police are saying, first of all, y'all know how it is. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. They'll say the police should have done more. She walked in the freezer. Who goes with that goddamn story? She ain't walking that goddamn freezer. And no hotel. That's a whole bunch of nonsense. First of all, the police should have done more. And if they didn't, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. But let me tell you something. See, what the police and all these people don't know that are not doing their jobs is their ancestors are watching, okay? Their ancestors are watching. They have risen up. And as long as they have risen up, let me tell you something. As quick as you can blink your eye is as quick as their karma is coming back to you. So if they didn't do nothing, they better expect to get their karma. Because she was a black child don't mean that you should not have done nothing. And I hear a lot of that. People saying because she's black. We know the story. I'm not surprised. But there's no excuse for it, and there's no excuse not to keep talking about it, because at the very end of the day, what they don't know is they may walk home and it may be one of their children. And see, y'all police officers better remember too, you have children too, any given time. So it don't matter what color, what nationality, you should always want to do what's righteous, okay? And that means if it's a black child, a white child, a yellow child, whatever, do what you have to do to get justice for that child. And if you don't because of the color of their skin, then you better expect your karma in this day, and this time, and this energy to come back to you 100 times fold. Not 10, not 20, but 100 times fold. A lot of people don't realize this is not a game or joke no more. This energy ain't no joke, y'all. So they better not play. Now, unfortunately, you know, condolences to the mother and the family. And, you know, you can't understand what the mother's going through unless you have lost a child. You understand? So we're saying that you can't comfort her. There ain't no comfort. And if I was the mother, I would go through every length. I would go from north, east, west, and south of this goddamn earth to find out what happened to my child. So I don't blame the mother. The mother's doing what she got to do.
That's right.
Okay? Y'all got any thoughts on it? Y'all tell me. What thoughts do y'all have? thought they were going to take her. You know what, Foon, I'm going to call you Foon for short. You know what's funny? Is I thought it at first, okay? As soon as they said body in the freezer, maybe go back to the little boy in the lake last week that we seen. You know, y'all heard about the little boy that was found in the lake in Louisiana. His organs were gone, okay?
That was a long time.
That was a long time ago, but nobody ever talked about it. But
they never,
you know, really talked about that.
Closed the case on it, yeah. And on that situation, I think the police know more than what they're saying, because, you know, it's a small hick town and they kind of stick together, and plus it was a black kid again. They're going to pay for that.
Well,
if they haven't already, start paying for it.
You know, family, what I say about it, you know what, again, I'm not surprised. And you know what, sometime, or in this time of energy, it's time to rise up. It's time to rise up. It is what it is, okay? What the hell you think you're going to take the organs of somebody's child? But you know why they get away with it? Because we don't do nothing about it. So when you see this, as long as you stay silent, they don't care. They're going to keep doing it. You're going to keep seeing it. When people, and especially y'all black women, y'all know how y'all all about your children. You understand? Y'all know how we are about our children. Start going to your power, which is being in tune with nature, which is the ashe, as some of you all call it, the breath of putting curses on these goddamn folks. You understand what I'm saying? We got to stop.
All I got to do is speak, especially the black woman. Sheila Scarborough says the friend was on Facebook trying to commit suicide and the police walked in and got her. What do you think about that?
The friend was in the trying to and got her. If that's the case, I haven't seen that. But if that's the case, I think most likely because she know what happened, and she feel bad, and she feel bad, and she should have told it. And I think that's why. And she was really close to her. That was her really good friend, and I think that's why she felt, you know, like she should have said something. Okay.
They say that hotel chain is known for having bodies discovered in it.
Oh, really? I never heard of that. That's interesting. Interesting. Nikki Nakia says, no, it's not true about the friend. Okay, see what I'm saying, y'all? What's the true story? Tell us what this true story is here.
Doofus said fake.
What's fake? Will y'all tell us what the hell's going on? Somebody saying the friend tried to commit suicide. If somebody's saying it was fake, I don't know because I haven't seen it, y'all. Our power been out over here.
We haven't been on the internet.
We haven't been on the internet. Our power been out, so we don't know what the hell is going on.
We just been saving our phones for phone calls and stuff like that.
Okay, whatever the story is, all I know is what Spirit showed me is that they were drinking, they had drugs, they had pills in that room, and that girl passed out, and they all panicked, and they put her behind in that freezer. Now, if they pull them videos, they'll see what happened, okay? They'll see what happened.
Do you see that the police seen the video?
The police seen the video.
Why they lied to the mother?
Because they want to investigate it first. That's what I see. They seen that video.
The motherfuckers always goddamn lying, them son of bitches.
What y'all expect? Lying. I don't. You know, it's funny for me because I'm not surprised when I see, you know, stuff like this. I think that we, as a people, as long as they continue to get away with it, they're gonna keep doing it. Nobody has raised their voices, and see, it ain't about marching and rallying no more. That ain't working. It never worked. They've been marching and rallying since 1960, 50, whatever it been, and it didn't work. It didn't change nothing. You know what's gonna change it? Getting in tune with nature. Getting back to your indigenous culture. Start calling on the forces of nature. You understand? Start shutting them down with them spirits, with them ancestors. You know what I mean? That's what's going to work. When they start seeing shit hit them and they don't know what the hell's going on.
Ashe.
You see what I'm saying?
Ashe.
That's what I'm talking about. All that and other stuff, marching, what? Rallying what? I ain't rallying nothing. I ain't rallying a goddamn thing. I'm going right outside to the forces of nature. And I'm going to start calling every damn God, every spirit you could think of. I'm going to call every element you could think of and start pointing them in directions. You tear that neighborhood down. You explode that neighborhood. Make freak accidents happen. You see what I'm saying? Make them have a heart attack in their sleep. You see what I'm saying? See, the thing about it is that, and see, people watch this video, they say, oh, well, that don't work. Yeah, okay. Okay, shit. Keep thinking it don't work. Keep thinking it don't work.
It work.
Keep thinking it don't work. Go out to them shrines and start, you know what? Oh, okay, you don't want to do nothing about that? Oh, you didn't want to do nothing about that? Okay, I ain't getting justice? Watch how I get justice. I'm going to get justice on your whole generation of family. You see what I'm saying? That's what we need to come back to. Because that's the real power that lies within us. Not guns. Yeah. Not rallying. Not marching. None of that.
Yeah, because you can kill a person, or you can curse their generation to come. Well, they never do something like that again. So,
I mean, come on now. And see, the problem is people don't know their power. They don't know their power. They're so busy caught in the mundane physical world. You understand? You're a spiritual being first. Tap into them elements. Tap into them, you know, forces of your gods and your spirits. And begin to call upon them to move mountains for you. And see how they move mountains. People be wondering, what the hell is going on? I don't know what's going on. My family got a curse on it. I get a lot of calls, y'all. It's funny. I got people to call me. I think we got a generational curse. Really? Well, let me look down the line. Well, your granddaddy, okay, he was messing with Miss Johnson down the street. Miss Johnson got mad because he wouldn't leave his wife. So what Miss Johnson did is she put a curse on your granddaddy for every boy in the family not to have good women. You see what I'm saying? They used to do it back in the day.
It happened all the time.
All the time, y'all. Y'all better get back to them shrines. Y'all better get back to nature and do what y'all know best how to do. And don't get it confused. That wasn't a reason to put a curse on a man. Because her ass should have been messing with a married man anyway. She should have been cursing herself. I'm talking about doing it with what we call divine justice, which means eye for eye, tooth for tooth. But I'm not going to do it like you. I'm not going to physically do it like you. Because there's many other ways to skin a cat. You see what I'm saying?
More than one way.
So what I'm saying is, if I can't get you this way, I'm going to get you this way. And I have every right to do it because justice must be served. Which means there's been some unrighteousness on your behalf. You know what's right and what's wrong. And if you know what's right and you didn't do what's right, then I'm going to have to show you and torture you spiritually to show you what to do and what's righteous. Now, or I'm going to have to send your negative energy back. And guess what? However they hit you is not my problem. However them spirits come at you, and it's not my problem. But you should have thought about it before you killed one of ours. You should have thought about it before you understand, called yourself ignoring and making sure justice was served for an innocent child that was killed. You should have made sure that you did your job, you understand, when it came down to seeing why that young boy's organs was taken out of his body. But see, you didn't want to do that. So now you will suffer, your daughter, your son, your mother, your father, your whole generation's going to suffer for all the evil that you have done. And you will see it. It's not a joke or not a game. I'm so sick of them. And it's getting crazy because, honestly speaking, it's sad. I really want to say, can't we all just get along? But obviously we can't. And obviously they think it's okay. They think it's okay to continue to, you know, not give justice for hours, or think it's cool to take the organs of somebody's child. Okay. See, you know what I mean? You make it where, you know what? You ain't even got to take their organs. You start making their organs eat themselves away. How about that? They don't know what the hell is wrong. All they know is all of a sudden their organs are getting eaten away. And you do it to
everybody involved. You do it to them. You do it to the people that they selling the organs to. You do it to the person that's getting the organs. You do it to the people that allow it to happen. You do it to the government that allows it to happen. The person that's in the government that allows it to happen, you do it to them too. You let all of that happen to them. That's justice.
But you know, family, as I always say, We don't see. They're not going to show you what happens to them, but they're getting theirs. Spiritually, I see this.
Oh,
You're not going to see it on TV. They're not going to show you what's taking place with theirs. But these evil people that do this stuff, oh, trust me. Now, in this energy, they suffering. They suffering. They suffering. But they ain't going to show you theirs. Another thing, let me touch on real quick. Now, y'all know they're showing all these videos. Now, they think they're so damn slick. They show videos of what's going on. You know, a lot of places got hit by water, you know, and they want to show, I think this is Miami. You know how slick they are with their media. They're showing a glimpse of people looting. And guess what color they are? They're black. Don't get it confused. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all got the biggest format you could ever have is the World Wide Web. And you know what? They don't have control of that. And let me tell you something. I seen white people looting too. But they only want to show the black people. And anybody that's watching this, y'all don't get it confused because white people steal. God damn it too. But see, that's their media. So they're going to show you what they want. And see, you wonder why everybody gets a bad rep of what they think black people's like. And it's sad. It's really sad. But black people need to start fighting back. You got YouTube. Instead of getting up here showing stupid shit, get up here and show exactly what they're doing. So what they're doing. See how they like it. Because I seen white people stealing too. I heard, as a matter of fact, I got family down there and they said Spanish, white, and black. Everybody was looting. Not just black. But they only show you clips of black people. Stop playing. Y'all need to stop with that bullshit.
Yeah.
That's why we ain't seen nothing yet. That's why we ain't seen nothing yet. And let me tell you all something. Now, let's get into this weather. Let me tell y'all. Huh? I don't know who. Who?
My friend in Houston.
Oh.
My old friend.
Oh, how am I supposed to know who that is? Really? He said, he showed me something who that looked like, and I'm like, who? My friend in Houston, an old friend. How the hell am I supposed to know what your old friend look like and I ain't never seen him?
You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's go back to
I
this.
know who the hell you're talking about. Anyway, y'all.
She had to tell y'all what I'm saying to her.
But, I mean, he's supposed to be paying attention to the video. He looking at a goddamn video talking, who that look like? Who that look like? And we talking about some serious stuff. Let's get back to this weather. Now, I wanted to say this to everybody.
They say somebody posted whites looting too.
Good. They needed to post that shit too. Because I'm so sick of them making us look bad in the media.
Y'all need to make it go viral. That's what everybody...
Like y'all make fights go viral, make that go viral too, goddammit.
Yeah.
So, what you think about the weather, brother?
I'm glad it's not... Well, I don't know. I'm just tired of the rain. I'm getting wet. I work outside, so I'll be wet all day. I don't like it.
That's what he get. He needs to dump a whole goddamn bucket of water in his hat.
That's what happened today. And I was muddy.
That's what he get.
She usually rub my feet when I come in.
I don't rub a goddamn thing. He's sitting up here lying. I ain't rubbing shit.
Oh, you ain't rub my feet.
I ain't rub your feet in the last 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
See? I told you.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, y'all, okay, I wanted to talk about this because it's important. You know, because we live in such a technological society, okay? Everything. I bet you everybody got their cell phones on now, TVs on, lights on. You know, for the 2 days that we was out with lights, and I've actually done this before.
I actually got rest, you know.
Exactly. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He actually got rest. And you find yourself getting a peace of mind. Okay? Now I'm going to get serious on you. I'm going to stop playing and joking and cursing now. I'm serious. You actually find yourself getting a peace of mind. You feel the difference. You'll feel the difference of not having no sound. Okay? To having lights, blue lights all over the room, cell phones, TVs, lights on. It was actually so peaceful. You even heard the crickets, okay? You heard the crickets, and then, you know, it was pitch dark. It was pitch dark. But what it did is it caused you to take your behind the bed, like I told y'all before. I don't know if y'all listen to my radio show. I used to say it all the time. We need to come back to the old way of living. People in this society have disease. They have stressed. They got all kind of stuff going on with them because they are so busy, stressed out by so much that goes on. They never take the time to rest their minds. Okay? I never slept so much in my life yesterday. What else was going to do? It was raining. The wind was blowing. And it was crazy, y'all, because I was at peace. Slept, dreamed, dreamed my butt off, you know what I mean? Woke up, I even made it was funny, right? Because we got an electric stove. I made a little stove. I put some candles on top of a cup. The thing you put your plant in. I took that, put it over, put a pot in there, and warmed up some water. And I actually enjoyed it. You see, people don't understand. Try taking a break away from this fast life of technology. And, you're always being bombarded with lights and, you know what I mean? And no TV. Now, cell phone, I kept it charged so my daughters could, call if they had to call, or family had to call. That wasn't even working all the way. And what was crazy is, I was like, wow, I finally got some peace. Peace from the blue lights in my eyes. And when I mean the blue lights, when you got your phones charging up, the internet is on, the boxes in the room. You got everything in the room, all these little lights on. And then you got your, your cell phone charging. Do you ever get a break from light? Do you just go in complete darkness? You will be surprised how these 2 days were actually a blessing, okay? A blessing. And let me tell you all something. If you're in a place right now and you don't have power, enjoy every bit of it. Do not let the society and let that life right there get you caught up and not ever having peace, because it was so peaceful. Very peaceful. You want to add to that?
Yeah. It was peaceful. It was quiet. Only time I heard noise was when she was fussing at me. But other than that, it was cool. And the weather changed. It brought a cool breeze, which I enjoyed. But
it was cold.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It was kind of. It felt good to me.
Yeah, right. Whatever. He was under the daggone covers too. It was cold. It was cold. Yeah, it was cold. It was kind of cold, y'all. I was like, You know what I mean? Royalty says, I love to caring. I'm black.
Y'all that's the first time I ever heard two black people say they go camping. They like camping back to back. I don't go camping. Well, I just wouldn't go with my neighbors because, they like to drink. And I don't really...
Why don't you tell the whole
like
truth?
That.
Tell the whole truth. He didn't want to go with the neighbors because they was white. Because they was white and he didn't trust them.
Hey, I done seen them damn movies where the black person, I'll be the only black person in there. I don't think so. I wasn't going for that one. That's called an okie doke.
Well, see, in New York, I used to be a camp counselor. I went to camp all my life, so every year, every 2 weeks we camped. And then when I became 15, I actually, I became a camp counselor, so we had to go every summer. So I actually camped all my life. I actually used to have fun. We used to sleep in the cabins until one time, one of the other counselors pushed me in the damn lake, and I got mad. I almost beat him up, y'all. I was a tomboy back then, right? I was a real tomboy. And he pushed me in the lake, and I fell 10 feet below that lake and opened my eyes, and all I could see was the eels and the snapping turtles in the water. Boy, I'm swimming to the top real quick. I got out that thing and chased him and tried to beat his head off. And he got in trouble for that because I said, what if I didn't know how to swim? But the point is, I was mad about that. And then we used to have to go on the canoes with the kids, and I used to be on them kids. I'd be like, y'all better not shake this canoe. You better not shake this canoe, you know what I mean? But we had to camp all our life. In New York, unlike Houston, we had free camps and we do stuff in New York. We got free dancing, free music, free drama, free camps for the kids. We did all of that in New York, despite of what country folks think.
Who country? Houston is a city. I don't know what you're talking
Houston
about.
Ain't no say. You hear how country he talk? They ain't no sense. That's the cowboy South.
Houston is a city. I'm trying to tell you, woman.
Shoo. All right, family. I just want to let y'all know. If you're somewhere and you're watching this video without power, embrace it, enjoy it, take the time, put down the cell phones, Be happy the TV's off for a minute. Get your mind, take your mind back from society. Take your mind back from, you know what I mean, all that you see that's going on. And we do have a lot going on, family. I don't know if you all heard, they had an earthquake in Russia. There was one in North Korea. Have y'all heard that?
In Mexico, of course.
Well,
she predicted.
We already talked about Mexico. It was Russia that we looked at, and we see that they had an earthquake in Russia. They had an earthquake in North Korea. Now, family, I want to just give y'all my insight on that, because what that says to me, everybody's thinking it's United States. I'm going to tell y'all like this. Y'all can say what you want to say. Y'all could, you know, believe what you want to believe. But I believe there's some alien forces that's shutting these people down. You're talking about Russia that has nuclear weapons, North Korea talking about their nuclear weapons, United States, you understand, we got nuclear weapons. You got, many of these countries got nuclear weapons. Let me tell y'all something. China's next. There's going to be something that's going to happen in China, okay? I don't know if it's an earthquake or a great tsunami coming to China, but there's something coming to China. Japan, they had this, but they're getting ready to see something else too. Now, let me explain something to y'all. What's taking place, everybody's on the YouTube on HAARP, talking about, jumping on here talking about HAARP. As I told you before, HAARP is the manipulator, great manipulator. But when y'all see so many chaotic situations with the weather, this is not all HAARP. Some people say, well, this is United States fighting back and showing them that they got power. Oh, hell no, it ain't. Do not give them that much power. My spirit showed me that there are some alien forces that are shutting down. And let me tell y'all what I seen, okay? What spirit showed me yesterday while I was in the dark, and I was loving it. I seen some type of ships underwater, okay? And I kept seeing these ships, and there was some type of beings. I can't describe to you what I seen, but there was some type of being that was underwater, and what they were doing is they were shooting certain high-tech lasers underwater, and they were shooting them at these different places. This is what spirit showed me, and what it was doing is it's shutting down. It's shutting us down, and it's a warning that they're giving to America, to Russia, to China, to Japan, all these countries now. These beings are saying, I'm warning y'all. If y'all do not take heed, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Okay? It's not a coincidence that we keep seeing these hurricanes coming back to back to back. Again, they messing around. No, don't get it confused. Hot. But them alien beings have stepped in now. Okay, y'all don't want to sit your asses down? We're going to sit you down. Russia, earthquake. North Korea, earthquake. United States hit by weather. Okay, you got East coming up. The East Coast getting ready to get hit with some weather. We already got hit, okay? And it wasn't as bad as they said. We got some winds and we got, you know, water power went out. But we ain't seen nothing yet, okay? Now, y'all going to hear something about the West Coast. Arizona, Seattle, California, West Coast, okay? Now watch this. Spirit is showing me this is not just HAARP. This is warnings from these beings. And again, I can't see the beings. I just know I kept seeing these beings underwater. And I kept seeing them. And let me tell you how fast they was moving. You know how they say at the fastest speed of light, whatever type of machines they're using underwater are as fast as speed of light. And they're using some type of lasers to do this, okay? So y'all pay attention, because this is worldwide. If y'all notice, pay attention. Think about it. You want to add to that?
It's happening everywhere. And the reason why I feel that Mexico got hit, Mexico, they have a lot of murder and death going on in Mexico. They're killing a lot of innocent people. And I think this is some of their karma also, because they getting hit. They done got hit with how many catastrophes back to back? 3? And I don't know.
You sure about that?
They got hit with the hurricane. They got hit with the
Mexico got hit with an earthquake,
and
then
a hurricane.
They said tsunami was coming to them.
And the tsunami supposed to be coming. That's 3.
I didn't know they got hit with a hurricane.
Yeah, whatever that hurricane is. What's the hurricane?
That wasn't Mexico. That was Puerto Rico, Cuba, and the islands.
No, see, they put it up here.
Keisha?
Whatever the fuck it's called.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of the hurricane, but they got hit with a hurricane too.
Well, you know,
they want to. Somebody said, "Does this have to do with anything to do with the meeting that they had in Antarctica?"
Yep, sure does. Sure does. When I told you all the world leaders were meeting in Antarctica, the world spiritual whatever leaders, okay? Yes, it does. And see, the thing about it is they think they're invincible, but these beings are saying, no, you're not. Watch this. Watch us show you. And it also makes me think about the years I told you I had, the dream I had years ago, family, when I told you I was sitting on top of the mountain. And when I was sitting on top of the mountain, I told you it was voices. I don't know if it was alien beings, if it was the ancestors that was saying, we shut down every nuclear weapon around the earth. And then I told you in real life, a month later, I was looking at YouTube and Russia said that some of their nuclear power plants had been shut down and they hadn't been touched in 3 years. So that was just like a confirmation to me. Yeah. But let me tell y'all something. This is bigger than what we know. So they're trying to keep us, you know, blindsided by what's going on with everything else. But let me tell you something. Do not sleep on this because this is a warning. It's so much going on. You're talking about, okay, now you got Russia, you got North Korea, earthquakes. You got South Africa that had a flood. You had Sierra Leone that had mudslides, okay? Then you had Nepal. They had floods. All over the world, y'all. And for the Christian folks, this is not Armageddon. Don't get it confused. They ain't saying Armageddon.
I would like to answer Nate. We're not, Nikki's not condoning black people looting. What we're saying is every time something like that happens, they always want to act like it's just black people. It's not just black people. It's other races out there, but they want to show us always doing it. Me and Nikki just got through watching a video with, what's the movie director, Singleton, John Singleton, and he was talking about he was in L.A., and they were saying most 80% of the looters that were in the L.A. riots weren't even black.
It was Mexican.
They were Hispanic. And so,
Nate, well, first of all, your butt should have been here on time. Okay? You would have heard what I said. Where you get, I'm promoting, did you hear me say something about black people looting?
And just, they need to be fair. If you're going to show people looting, you need to show everybody who's doing it.
Is the fact that what they did is they only show black people. When I seen and heard, especially because I have family down there that is all races that are looting, and they have a very bad habit, and that's why when you look at media, they have a negative eye about black folks. They always want to put the negative side in there and always want to make it look like there's black folks doing things. Just like when you go in the store and they want to follow you around, I will cuss a new ass if they follow me around. And as a matter of fact, I had that problem not too long ago over here in Georgia where I was at, and I had to tell the lady, I said, let me tell you something. I said, I do not steal. I said, what you need to worry about is your own people. I said, you busy watching me. You see, because what she was doing, y'all, I watched her. I'm in the store for a while. I'm getting some herbs. And this lady, older black woman, comes in. She's looking at herbs and she's taking her time. You want to take your time, see what you want. So the little white lady's over there acting like she's checking her list, right? And it dawned on me. I said, wait a minute, hold on. She was just over here. Got up like she coming over there. So then I watched another black person come. She did it to her. And I looked at her. I said, I won't spend another goddamn cent in your store if you do that shit again. I told her, I said, don't do that. I said, you know what? I said, you busy watching us when it be your own that steal maybe even more than us. I said, I done spent over hundreds of dollars in the store for you. I said, how dare you think somebody's stupid? You ain't checking no goddamn list. I sure did cuss her out.
She did say that shit. She is not lying because I was there.
I was upset. I was like, don't do that. And see, that comes from media portraying black people as the one who loot all the time, the ones who steal all the time. Let me tell y'all something. Back in the day when I was in retail, now, y'all want to be putting shit on media? I used to catch more white people stealing than black people.
Shoplifting.
You see what I'm saying? Shoplifting, stealing little stuff. Don't get me started. So my thing is, be fair. If you're going to show all. Don't just pick a one set of people. So Nate, I don't know where you came in at, but you never heard that out of my mouth. Okay? Any other questions?
Oh, that's the wrong. You gonna go another one? Let's see, I'll open back up. Let me see. Ashley Fraser said, "Do you see a economic crisis coming soon, as far as the U.S. dollar?"
Hold on, let me answer Ashley. Ashley, she was like, the lady was like, "Well, no, I'm not racist at all." You know, she was like, I'm not racist. I wasn't doing that. I always check like a bit. I said, "No, you don't." I said, "I come in the store every week." "No, you do not. And I've been watching you like you've been watching us." You understand? That's what I told her. And she goes, I said, "But you know what? I don't have to come support your store. I don't have to spend my money in your store." And you know what? I stopped. Only time I go to that little herb shop is if I can't get a hold, like if I run out of my stuff, my essential oils. Because I make products with essential oils. And that's the only time. Usually I start ordering my stuff off of Amazon. Because when I feel like I'm uncomfortable and I'm making you money, because if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be in here checking no goddamn list. Because I'm giving you my money. So don't get it confused. So anyway, she tried to deny it. You know they're always going to try to deny it. I was like, "No lie. Woman, I've been watching you for the last couple of weeks. And every time I see a black one come in here, you up there behind the shelf trying to act like you checking your list. Knowing you looking down, watching and peeking through the holes of the goddamn shelf to see if, you know what I'm saying, they gonna steal."
High security, man.
You understand? It pissed me off. Don't do that. That's not right. But anyway, okay.
Doofus say, "Do you see anything good coming soon?"
Justin, I'm not calling you doofus. I don't like that. Let me answer Ashley's question. Do I see an economic downfall? For some, yes. For some, yes. But I also seen too, family, through all of this that we're seeing, there is going to be good coming out of it. You're going to see some transformations. The sun will shine again. The sun is going to shine again, okay? Don't let this energy scare you, make you fear. And if money becomes a problem, don't even let that stress you like some people I know. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you know.
For real, that happened to people?
Oh, that happens to a lot of people that don't know how to function if they don't have money. See, you got to have a mouthpiece. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, in times like this, you know, especially a lot of us that are dealing with, let me tell y'all this, if you're in an area where your lights are out, things are going on, you got problems, you know, get on the mouth, use your mouthpiece, get on the phone, use your mouthpiece. Talk to these people. They have to understand. If they don't understand, do a ritual on their goddamn message. That's what I say. Do a ritual and make them understand, okay? All right. I hate when people post shit like that. Come on, son. You know what black people go through. Don't try to play yourself. And if you don't know that, you need to remove yourself from under the rock. What about New York? Nubian, La Belle Bay Queen. Y'all got something coming soon. New York got something coming soon. Within next week. Now, you're talking about the economic fall in New York. But you know, New York is, you know what I mean? That's why I'm in Georgia now. New York was just ridiculously crazy with the prices, okay?
Yeah, you got to be rich to live in the hood in New York.
No, they got some. Don't even try it. Anyway.
Yeah, no.
New York, if you're talking about the economics in New York, you know, I'm going to tell you like this. New York, they were doing a lot of regentrification in New York, as they are in Chicago, as they are in Atlanta, as they are in all the cities. But y'all see, y'all see what's going on, right? See, they're kicking all the people out the city. Just like Harlem. You go to Harlem now, ain't nothing but Finnish. I'm from Finland. I'm like, I'll go back to Harlem, and all I see is Finnish people. At the end of the day, I told you, our ancestors are rising. See, they coming in just like New Orleans, you know, in the French quarters. Y'all building up, thinking y'all taking the cities back. Well, when it's all said and done, the cities are the ones that's going to be attacked first. Now, if y'all look at what's going on, downtown Atlanta, they had some buildings and some damage downtown Atlanta. Y'all wanted that, you can have it. You're pushing us back in the suburbs, you know what? And guess what? You can have the city. Do what you do. New York got it coming to it, too. Let me tell y'all something. When it's all said and done and World War III comes, guess who they targeting? Cities. So let them have it.
Big cities.
Big cities. New York got some stuff coming down within the next week. Y'all see. Well, it's coming up there. Weather's coming. It's coming. What else?
Are you familiar with the prediction of the black side?
I'm familiar with them, and they're not the only ones that predicted that. You know, every year in Africa, all the tribal, indigenous, traditional people get together from most of the tribes, okay? And what they do is they talk about what's taking place with Africans in America. Now, I don't know if you remember, but I put this out years ago. There was a word given by the traditional healers in Africa that Africans in America need to prepare, okay? First, they told us to stop eating from the water, stop eating the fish, because there was a transformation. Then it was said that we need to start getting land in Africa and start coming back to Africa and, you know, communing with our brothers and sisters in Africa. This word was put out a long time ago, okay? I put this out years ago, but they're not the only ones. But every year there's tribes that get together in Africa. The indigenous tribal leaders get together and they discuss what's going on over here with us. And a lot of Africans in America don't want to identify with Africa. Like I had one guy come on my thread and talk about you stinking Africans. I said, you totally offended me. I said, that was the wrong thing to say. You offended me with that bullshit. And I had to kindly cuss him out. Because at the end of the day, if your skin is this color, or because we come in many colors, y'all.
There's some stupid ass Hebrew Israelites with that shit. I always want to try to divide. How you gonna try to divide black people from black people? Fucking, I can't stand them motherfuckers, man. I can't stand. I can't stand. I don't want to say I hate them because they black people, but I can't stand Hebrew Israelites because they always come with that bullshit. They divisive, man. I always want to divide black people. And then they have no respect for the black woman. They don't even have respect for their own mama. I can't stand Hebrew Israelites.
Actually, Fraser, let me tell you something. Don't look, my sister. Let me tell you something. You know, they have a very bad habit of going over to Africa, or you know, I hear a lot of people say, "Well, you know, not some of them Africans don't like us. They don't." That's not true. That's not true. Let me tell y'all something. First of all, before you even twist your tongue to even think anything about anybody from Africa, you know, everybody, let's put it this way, everybody everywhere got something to say. You got Africans in America that will not identify with their lineage being from Africa. Okay, they don't want to hear it. They ain't trying to hear it. Then you got Africans that come over here, our African brothers and sisters that come over here, and they don't like what goes on with African Americans. They say that we're lazy, just like the Jamaicans and the West Indians say the same thing. Now, let me explain something to you. It's a set of people out here who just got some ratchet ways about them. You know what I mean? So we're saying that you can't put everybody in the same category. I know one thing. Try going back home to Africa. There's many tribes that will welcome you with open arms. You hear what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, do you all remember when Hurricane Katrina happened? Do you know Sierra Leone was offering to bring some people from Katrina and giving them free land? Your own brothers and sisters in Sierra Leone? They was wanting people to come from Katrina to come to Africa. They were offering free land. Let me tell you something. There's a majority of our brothers and sisters in Africa that would love to have Africans in America there. They feel like we would do so much to their economics because we are versatile in the you know, technology. So to do business with your brothers and sisters back in Africa, don't get it confused. Some of them do have their ways, you know, just like they gave the Nigerians a bad rep. Not all Nigerians are like that. Don't get it confused. You know what I mean?
Just like we have our ways.
We got our ways, and you know, you got black people that got their ways. It's sort of like here when, you know, they be talking about the Boule Negro. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like that. You know? So, I mean, y'all got to stop with that thinking all Africans are, you know, don't like their own brothers and sisters. Man, you go back home, they treat you like a goddamn king. My niece went over to Morocco back in 1999, I think it was in 98. Boy, they treated her like Queen Sheba, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? She said they never treated her so good because she wouldn't get married. She had met a young guy. Oh, he came over here and she got married over there. Yeah, she said they treated me like Queen Sheba. She said she didn't do nothing. She had all kind of fresh foods and they treated her like a queen. Yeah. And then y'all need to stop letting, you know, media give y'all these images and these, you know, false images of what Africa is. Let me tell y'all something. They got some homes in Africa that make goddamn homes here look like doll houses. Okay? And not only that, you own them. They're yours. Yeah. Okay? They got pools, they got beaches, they got tall buildings. Y'all, as a matter of fact, when y'all get over here, Google Google cities in Africa. It will put some of the cities here to shame. You'll be like, shh, I'm going over Africa.
Doofus, shut the hell up, man.
What did he say?
You talking about for 25 cents a day. You trying to be funny. He said we need to go back to China and kick Africa and kick the Chinese out. Shit,
well,
the Chinese actually doing what no country has done for Africa. They actually rebuilding the infrastructure of the continent.
Look, Robert Mugabe said, China man is not your enemy. Robert Mugabe said, China man not your enemy. So now, y'all know I love me some Robert Mugabe. I remember I was talking about him, this brother from Zimbabwe. He was like, my sister, you don't know what Robert Mugabe did to my people. I said, well, all I know is that I wish I had a father like Robert Mugabe, because Robert Mugabe said, get the hell out. Y'all getting out. And he put him out. Like the Maasai tribe said, y'all ain't coming up in this goddamn tribe and changing nothing. I love Robert Mugabe. But anyway, Robert Mugabe said a Chinaman is not your enemy. Now, the first Chinaman was black. Go look it up. The first Chinese was black. The Buddha's black. You don't see the Bantu knots in the Buddha's hair? The first Chinese was black. So they have every right to go back to Africa. Their lineage traced back to Africa. As a matter of fact, there was a documentary I was watching not too long ago where one of the Chinese professors, they took DNA of, I think it was like, don't even quote me on the number, but it was a large number, like 250,000 people in China, and found that their lineage traced back to Africa. So that tells you all that we've seen and was reading in history is true. When they said the first Asian was an African, I honestly believe that. I see it too. I see it. I seen some of the old pictures where you had Chinese men with long locks in their hair. You had the Buddhists that have Bantu knots. And actually, my theory is that the Chinese people actually came from the lineage of the Khoi tribe, the Khoisan tribe, which is the oldest tribe in the world. So they say, okay? But I honestly believe that they, have a lineage traced to the Khoisan tribe, okay? Just like there's a very big connection between Japanese and Nigeria. Even down to the names. Okay? So, you have to remember, Africans were brilliant people. You know what I mean? We walked all over the world. All right, family. Yeah. We got about 5 minutes left. We're going to take a few questions. So, go ahead with your questions.
Any questions? Any questions? Sheila Scarborough said they be bleaching their skin.
Well, Sheila Scarborough, You know
why that is, though.
I mean, come on. They've been colonized, too. You got to remember that. Remember, Africa was colonized. That's why you do have religion, Christian and Muslim over in Africa. It was colonized. You got to go back and read your history. However, they've been brainwashed and programmed to a certain extent, too. You got them over there in Nigeria with the big white Jesus. And,
they ain't the only ones. Jamaicans do the same thing.
But Jamaicans bleach their skin, too. But
and the black Americans here bleach their skin.
Yeah, they sure do.
So, shit.
But what's crazy? It's because if you like, I watch a lot of African movies. And, I noticed that what it is that, what's crazy? They're switching roles. They actually envy, the men and women envy the style of Africans in America. If you notice, go watch them, y'all. Go watch Hollywood. You'll see they're trying to emulate the same style that we have here. And it's crazy because it's like we switching roles. It's like we're switching, real talk, y'all. It's like we're switching roles. We're coming back to our culture and our indigenous ways, and they're turning into us, and we're turning into them. But the ancient ancestors, the ancient Nubian ancestors, the ancient Kemetic ancestors said, we shall rise in the West. I'm not surprised.
All right. Doofus says, what's up with the cosmos? And Gemini Confirm wants to know a blood ritual.
You said, have I located a blood ritual?
Because you told us something about a blood ritual or something last time she had asked you about it.
Oh, you know what? I gotta... take it off my Google Drive. You won't actually, or you talking about chicken, the sacrificial chicken? You're not going to actually see me to do that on video, but you'll see the chicken and you'll see. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. What did I tell you about a blood video?
She said, ain't it on your page?
What video is she talking about?
Nah, Doofus said, ain't it on your page?
Which one? Doofus, which one? You always follow me and all over the place. Which one is she talking about? You talking about when I'm one with the chicken? When I got the chicken in the house? That one you talking about? I don't know. I've done a few. If this, I don't know. I gotta see which one. Sherry Wilkins, if you want an ancestral reading, you can give me a call for ancestral reading, okay? You know, I gotta tap in. I need your maternal side's names. Ah, interesting. AO says, arriving earlier than expected. The flank of coronal mass ejections. That's what CME stands for, family. Coronal mass ejections hit Earth's magnetic field on September 12th. 2. Class geomagnetic storms are possible in the hours ahead as Earth moves deeper into the coronal mass ejection. Interesting. I gotta go look that up because I used to study that all the time. That's interesting. Wow. It just hit?
Today's the 12th. She said she didn't see it. We're working on another website right now, y'all.
Well, if you want, you still can go to my website, put it in the chat. If you guys see anything that I post on Facebook and you want to order it, hit me up. The calabashes, we have small ones and we have large ones. The small ones are $5 and the large one, the medium, what?
I said 12.
Oh, well, whatever he priced it, I don't know, y'all. The small ones are $12 and how much are the medium ones?
15.
15. He priced it. I just do the mental work and the spiritual work up in there. You hear what I'm saying? I let them deal with the products. I make products, but I let them deal with them. Right. I need to go check that out because that's interesting to me. I got to go check out some things, y'all. And yeah, 2 last week, 2 last week. Okay, changes. No. That's some, maybe that's why, you know, I was feeling some energy today, y'all. You know what I mean? That's why I was feeling some energy. Nate, do I live in a black community? Yes, I do. I live in a community that's mixed. I live in a community that's diverse. We got white, black, Spanish, Mexican, Chinese, Indian. Our neighborhood is diverse. And I do know the difference between niggas, okay, and blacks. Now, let me explain something to you, Nate, okay? Although we are familiar with the black community, let's not get it confused because you got white niggas, you got Mexican niggas, you got Indian niggas, you got all kind of niggas, okay?
You got Chinese niggas.
You got Chinese niggas. Let's not get it confused. So when you say niggas, let's not just, you know, because we're black, we live in a black community, you got niggas and you got blacks, okay? Explain something. The word nigga means what? A low down dirty person, right? So when you look at it that way, you got niggas of all nationalities. Let's not get it confused. And I can't stand niggas of no nationality. If you're acting ratchet and you're acting crazy, you could be in a goddamn trailer park down the street because you got white niggas too. Let's not get it confused, okay? So I understand what you're talking about. And then what's sad about it, the reason you sick of niggas is you sick of niggas for the simple fact that that's all they show you. But they ain't show you the ratchet goddamn white folks. They ain't show you the ratchet Indians and Cambodians I don't see in Georgia. They ain't shown you the ratchet niggas for real that are all colors.
it cut off my sentence.
Ashley Fraser, call me when you come in town. I'll be more than happy to see you. Okay? But you know, Sheila, you know, you're talking about a corneal mass injection. You're talking about, you know, the magnetic field. Let me tell y'all, now, Jupiter's supposed to be protecting us from that, right? Now, Jupiter's the most spiritual planet, but Jupiter's supposed to be protecting us from that. However, this is part of the transformation I told y'all about, right? So, what it's saying to me spiritually, y'all, is saying that this is it's sort of like a lightning strike to the human body and to the earth. You see what I'm saying? To take you to another level of your spirituality, of your spiritual beingness, okay? That's what I see spiritually. I could be wrong. I don't profess to be 100% right, but that's what I see, okay? Interesting. Ashley Fraser, we're not exactly in Atlanta. We're on the outskirts of Atlanta. But if you Google it, when you come into town, you Google Spiritually Speaking store, it'll take you right to it'll bring you right to the store. Okay? And I'm there sometimes I'm not. And only because, y'all, I have over 3.5 million fans. Y'all know I used to do radio before that. Y'all know I did a TV show called Spirits of Atlanta on WeTV. So I have to be, you know, kind of careful, you know what I mean? And it's not being funny, but you can't trust people. At one time, I remember I used to have a lot of stalkers, you know what I mean? I had to change my number. I would have stalkers. So, you know, I'm only there by request of, you know, if somebody's there. And trust me, I do have security. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, when you got 3.5 million fans around the world and people stalking you, you got to be careful. No, I'm not no goddamn Beyonce, but Nikki Love is a known name. And after the TV show, it got worse, okay? At the end of the day, you know, and on top of that, I dealt with a lot of celebrities, promoted for Eddie Griffin. You know, y'all will see me with the celebrities, interviews on my show. Eddie Griffin, Lamar Rucker on Greenleaf now. Y'all see me with them. So I deal with a few celebrities in the back end, do readings for celebrities, so people kind of know, so I got to be careful. So if you do come, you can request to see me, and then I'll come out and see you, okay?
Barbara Phillips says she's seen a man coming out of fire in the sky in a dream. What does that mean?
Ooh, Barbara Phillips. She's seen a man coming out the sky in fire. You know what's funny? And he was on fire? What's going on in your life right now? Something going on in your life, Barbara. You dealing with some emotional distress? Let me know. Yeah, that movie, Tara, that movie Jupiter Ascendant is kind of some truth to that, okay? There's some truth to that. Because you have to remember, when we speak of the ancient Sumerians and the Anunnaki, you know, they came here to find, they got to get gold, okay? That's one of the stories. Now, you look at Jupiter Ascendant, you had these different, you know, other planet beings, and then I think it was one of them that actually the brothers and sisters owned the earth, if I can remember, because I wanted to see it and I forgot about it.
She said he was coming out of the fire.
He was coming out of the fire? I don't know. You know, Barbara, I have to really marinate on that one, because it says to me there's some emotional things going on in your life, and it could be a message for you. It could be a message that was, you know, maybe you coming out of a situation, or you coming into a new beginning in your life, you know what I mean? Something like that.
Sheila Scarborough says Lamar's mother is very spiritual. She lives there in D.C.
Lamar Rucker's mother was on my radio show 3 times, and I know that. I met her. We talked. She's also into traditional healing like I, but she deals with the con too. But she's very spiritual. I've met her several times. She's been on my show. You know, but I'm just saying, I dealt with a lot of celebrities. People do know me for promoting Eddie Griffin. People know me from the radio show over 10 years. So, you know, when you look at my demographics, it's 3.5 million. And then after the TV show we did on WeTV, you know what I mean? You know, I really had to be careful. You know what I mean? So you can't be too careful. You got haters out here, people that hate on you. So that's why I don't just go to the store like that, randomly. If people make an appointment, they can come see me. As a matter of fact, next week or the week after, I'll be posting up some of the interviews I did. I did an interview with Rock Dunbar. You all see him on Prison Break, Soul Food. You've seen Darren Henson on Soul Food. He did Stomp the Yard. If y'all go back and look at my radio shows, Nikki Love, Blog Talk, blogtalk.com/Nikki Love, you can see all the shows. I had a whole celebrity week. I had Little Zane on there. I had rappers on my show. So I did a lot of stuff with, you know, celebrities. And then some of them I can't name drop. One of them you all do know, y'all heard of, Ayanna Van Sant, you know, Erykah Badu, Common. I ain't gonna tell y'all what I did with them, but I dealt with them. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, family, I dealt with a few celebrities. They know who I am. Gemini confirmed, be careful. Be careful. If you want a personal one, I'll give it to you. If you want a personal blood ritual, but you gotta tell me what you want it for. Call me through the website. Okay, that's what you do. You know, Nicky Nakia, I don't know, somebody said he put a new video up. I don't know. I haven't heard from Bobby Hemmett. I don't know what's going on with him. But look, y'all got me on here over time now. I got to get up off of here, y'all. Shoot, it's over an hour. I got to go. It's 11:35. Oh, yeah, it's time to go. I didn't realize how much we were talking. Look here, Justin. You have to tell me tomorrow. I got to get off of here. We've been on too long.
Speak on it publicly. What's he talking about? Bobby Hemmett. If you can speak. What you talking about? Did he really get cursed? What are you asking?
Explain, Nikki. What are you talking about? What happened with him? Some people say Bobby got cursed for cursing the spirits. You know, first of all, I don't. If that's what you're talking about, I don't see that spiritually. I see that Bobby just need to take care of his health. I don't see because he cursed the spirits, they came back and did what they did to him. I don't see that.
They actually, what I see is the spirits actually like Bobby Hemmett. She said, yeah, that's what she wanted.
Yeah.
The fuck? What kind of...
Say something.
Please fart before you leave. What?
Why would you put something stupid like that in there?
Who put that shit? It's probably a homosexual. I don't know.
Anyway, I ignore ignorant stuff like that. Anyway, family, look. I don't think it's funny, Justin, because it's disgusting to me. I like to play, I like to joke, I like to have fun with music, but there's one thing I don't like is ignorance and stupid shit. I really don't. I have a very low tolerance for nonsense and bullshit.
That's not Justin.
I know it's not Justin. He's laughing. I know it's not him. Whoever it is, you sound dumb. Get out of here with the nonsense. If you don't have a question or you can't come with something that's, you know, common sense and righteous, get the hell up out of this chat room. With some dumb shit like that. That's just nasty. Get out of here with that nonsense. All right, family. We're going to get ready to get out of here. Did you stop my music? And we're going to see everybody soon. Be safe, family. Okay, we'll see everybody soon. What's today? Wednesday. We might come back on tomorrow night. We might. If not, definitely you'll see us before the week is out, okay? If you have something you want us to talk about, feel free, hit us up here on YouTube, and we'll see everybody before this week is out. Peace and blessings, family.
Peace, family. Oh, you want to play that?
We're out.
That little speak.
That's what you say? Why didn't you just say D and Wayne? I don't know what.
That's what it was like.
All right, family. Peace.
The whole page is breaking up.